Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Mathematics with Ahsan. In this video, we talk about composition of the functions. So let's get started. What's the composition meaning in calculus? Actually, the composition of a function is an operation where two functions, say f and g, generate a new function, say h, in such a way that h of x is equal to f of g of x. It means here f is applied to the function of x of g. In simple words, in composition, a function is applied to the result of another function. Like in f of g of x, we firstly found the value of g of x, then apply f on the value of the given function of g of x. Then it generate a new function h of x. Now let's discuss the representation. We basically represent the composition in a way f of g of x, or it can also be written f of g of x, they both are same. Now different forms of questions that appear in exam are f of g of x, g of f of x, f of x, g of x, and now elaborate that how we can solve these questions, or can be further explained. Like the first one, f of g of x, we can also written in the form f of g of x, and it means f is composed with g. It means the function f is applied on the function of g of x. The next one is g of f of x. It can also pronounce that g is composed with f. It means function g is applied on the function of f. Similarly, in f of x, f is composed with f, and in g of x, g is composed with g. It means g function applied on the function of g. So now let's move to the example. Let f of x is equal to x square root and g of x is equal to x plus 1, and we have to find f of g of x. It's actually solved as the form f of g of x. So put function of g of x, so it become f of x plus 1. Now apply function f on the function of g of x, so it becomes square root of x plus 1. Now we found g of f of x. As we know, it can be written in the form g of f of x. Now apply the function of f of x, which is actually square root of x. Now we have to apply function g on the square root of x. It becomes square root of x plus 1, because the outer function always apply on the x, so it becomes square root of x plus 1. Now we found f of x. We can return in the form f of x. So put f of x, it becomes f of square root of x. Now again we have to put f, so it becomes square root of x, which is equal to x की power 1 over 4. Now we found g of x. Firstly we apply the function of g of x, which is actually x plus 1, and again we have to apply g of x, so it becomes x plus 1, which is equal to x plus 2. Now let's move to the conclusion. Composition is nothing but it's a procedure to combine two or more functions to generate a new function. So I have also questions for you. Like the first one is f of x is equal to 2x plus 3, and g of x is equal to minus x squared plus 1. Find the composite function defined by f of g of x, and it's do this question by yourself, and I also provide the solution for you. After solving it, please watch the solution and compare it with your own. Here another question for you. F of x is equal to square root of x plus 2 and g of x is equal to log of 1 minus x square. Find the composite function defined by g of f of x. We have to find g of f of x, so solve it on your notebooks and compare with the solution. Here is another form of question, like this question can also be come in the form f of g of 2, and it can also be written in the form f of g of 2. So simply here we have to put a 2 in the function of g where x appear. So as we know, g of x is equal to x plus 1, so replace the x with 2, so the result will be 3. Now apply f on the result of g of 2. As we know, f of x is equal to square root of x, so the answer will become square root of 3. Hope so you understand this concept and it will be easier for you. In the last but not least, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.